Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new episode here on
The ankle.
Hey Ember.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, foodie beauties.
So, good day. I hope you're all having a good one. Thank you so much for tuning on in. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, become a cha. For today's video, we're actually going to take a look back. This isn't a newer upload, but I have a feeling this is one that's probably going to be deleted if it hasn't already. It's called The Truth About My Parents' Ages. Now, I've been sitting on this one for a little bit. Figured I'll save it for a rainy day, so to speak. And yeah, it's been pretty slow with Chantal and the whole foodie booty verse of it all. You know, we're just kind of waiting for the impending doom of that marriage or her health, honestly, whichever one's coming first. Who knows? Really, who knows? That makes it sound bad, like I'm banking for it, but no, I'm just like, well, which one's gonna happen first? But yeah. Anyways, I don't want to waste too much time. Thank you so much once again, you guys. Now let's dive right on into this, shall we? Now, let's also remember this is Foodie Booty. So, she's probably lying about 98% of it.
Hello, foodie beauties. Well, hello,
Hey, Foodie.
guys. Hi.
Oh, girl, did you brush your teeth?
Got my jilbab on, and I'm ready to talk.
Wonderful.
Right. So,
This was also kind of like in the midst of her rage with French Fry Girl, so...
I'm making this video because, due to popular belief, which is wrong, I just want to clarify a few things about my birth, my upbringing.
This just sounds so weird, right? Like, if you were a new subscriber and you just randomly found Foodie Booty and this popped up, you would be like, what the hell?
And, yeah, that's about it, I guess. I just want to
Boot it.
clarify, I have a lot of new people, and people like to make things up on the internet. So, here's
Well, you lie, and because you're known to lie, it creates a lot of speculation.
the actual...
It's I'm not going to say unfortunate byproduct, but like it's just a byproduct of you being dishonest.
true story coming from, somebody who actually lived this, not from people who have no idea what they're talking about.
No idea. Well, girl, you talked a lot in those early videos from years and years ago, and some of these people, like French Fry Girl, did know you in real life. So you talked outside of all this.
And you know what? I probably wouldn't even address this, but whatever, it's extra money, right? So, all right, so I've been seeing a lot of comments, and I know where they're coming from, okay? So
Her Canadian accent really comes out at kind of funny times. Like,
talking about that my dad and my mom, my dad basically preyed on my mother because my mother was underage. My mom was way younger than my dad.
Listen, I understand if from your perspective or whatever story you're about to spin that this isn't true, but that's not a necessarily light allegation. So I maybe wouldn't talk about it in like this is such a frivolous, like ridiculous thing. Because while it might be ridiculous, it might be, I have no freaking idea. The situation that's being alleged is not ridiculous.
Yada yada yada. All right, I actually did the math on a on a calculator based on their birth dates. Okay, so what happened was my mom and my dad went to the same high school. They were high school sweethearts.
Okay, you can't relate. Sorry, that was mean.
I think they met when she was 16, maybe, 16, and he was 18. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You said you had their ages down and everything. Now you don't know? Now listen, I don't like to use this, like, term, because I think it's gross, honestly, that, like, these measures are kind of put into place. But Juliet laws do exist. I don't know if they do up in Canada. But, like, if it's within a certain age gap, then it's okay if one of the parties is 18 legally. Just legally, okay? That doesn't mean that, like, morally it's any better.
You know, I think that's around the age that she was. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. But anyway, 16, 18. So she was, my mom's birthday is November 16th, 1966. And my dad...
You're really having to think about this, huh?
...was born March 17th, 1964. Why people are looking up.
He's a little bit older than just 2 years, girl. Just a little bit.
My dad's birthday? I have no idea why people are obsessing about.
Well, you went with some misinformation about another person's relationship to a, predatory person. That energy is going to get thrown back to you, gal.
My conception story, I have no idea.
Ew.
But I guess.
Well, you probably shared that at one point. How the hell would anyone know that if Foodie hadn't shared it?
When you lack content and you lack morals, that's what happens. So.
Well, also, you are what happens, I guess, right? Since Dad just couldn't keep it in his pants, knocked up a 17-year-old.
My dad was literally a year.
And she was 17 when she had Chantal. That means she could have been 16. And her dad was possibly pushing 19.
And 5 months older than my mom. And my mom had me at 17 in March 28th of 1984. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Oh, praise be.
And I never would have imagined that me being born would have pissed so many people off, but here.
I mean, it's not necessarily that. If you just shut up and stayed in your lane, probably wouldn't have made too many people upset. But I don't get the defiance of it all. I really don't. Like, you hear people criticizing you, and I understand, like, you got to take some of it with, like, a grain of salt, brush off the kind of ludicrous, just dumb stuff. But some of it, like, you gotta feel it resonates in some way, right, dude? And I just don't understand why she puts so much energy into the stuff that, to her, should seem like the frivolous, silly stuff. You know what I mean?
We are.
Although, that's not a silly accusation to throw out either.
So then, in November of 1984, she would have turned 18.
I completely missed it. Was Foodie born in 1984? That kind of makes sense, right? She's a little bit of an Orwellian nightmare.
So my dad would have been 20. He would have turned 20 in March.
20 and she was 17? Okay.
So my mom was 18.
Oh. I think I'm a little confused.
That year that I was born, she turned 18 and my dad turned 20.
So she wasn't 20 yet. She was 17. And your dad's birthday is before her, so he would have turned 20 before she turned 18.
Oh. I'm really at a loss for words. I mean, I'm really at a loss. I really don't know. Not a loss for words, but I'm at a loss of brain cells to try to
on the regular.
Comprehend why that matters when there's nothing illegal going on there. They're literally not even 2 years apart. And
I don't know. From the sounds that you gave, it sounded like they were a little bit older or a little bit further apart than that.
Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know. I guess I just wanted to clarify
I still don't think it's something that we should be like laughing about.
that. I don't know what the big, deal is. I don't know why people are talking about it. I don't really care.
Oh yeah, that's why you made a whole video about it. Because you just don't care, right?
My mom was amazing for her age. She went through a lot of hardships to have me, to keep me, and I was always much loved.
And then how'd you turn out almost just as bad as Amber, dude? What the hell?
And yeah, other than a few mishaps, I didn't turn out to be a miserable, hateful bee.
Side eye.
Living my life, trying to completely drag somebody and their family every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Once in a while, I snap. Yeah, I think you would too if you were being attacked and your family was being attacked all the
Maybe not in an entire ass video, dude. That's the thing, like, it's a build-up. People don't just jump to that. It's a build-up of stuff, you know? It's like the straw that broke the camel's back.
time for how many years now? 3 by certain people. And now they're wanting to come up with this narrative that your dad was a predator because he was slightly older than your mom, even though they were both of legal age, both teenagers. 16 and 18 is not a big age gap.
It's still a little, yeah. But also, let's think back in the 80s. I'm not saying it's right, but God, if it wasn't probably super freaking common.
No matter how you try to spin it, no matter how you
I feel like nowadays there's such a huge difference between your average like 18-year-old and 16-year-old that unless you're a creep, I don't know how like that could really mesh up well. Just my opinion. I'm not saying anyone out there like you're you know what, but I just personally
try to, weave this web of lies. It's just
I've also never been interested in people my age. Sorry. Always older.
not a big deal. And it's a big, fat, nothing burger.
Wow.
Just pretty much like the personality and the life of the person making up these rumors. So,
Okay. Well, then that makes 2 of you, girl. I don't really freaking care. You're still feeding it.
That's that. Yeah, that's the story. So yeah, my mom fell in love with my dad when she was young. They were high school lovers. They were
When she was young. So not when they were both young now. It was just when she was young. Okay. You slip up.
very much in love. I was conceived out of love.
You were conceived out of wedlock, if I'm correct.
And yeah, my dad, when I was younger, had a drinking issue. And
Yeah, it shows in you, I would say. She's not like a huge drinker because you can't buy alcohol over there. But maybe she probably can. But she was a boozer back in Canada back in the day, wasn't she? Or no, just hard drugs. Lovely.
yeah, I don't know what to say. So what? Like, a lot of people are addicts. And
Yeah, the gene passes on. The cycle continues. I can't believe how freaking deep her temples go right there, dude. It's crazy. I've never seen a human skull built like that.
he eventually beat that. And he doesn't have that issue anymore. So
I thought her dad was dead. Am I misremembering?
people do grow, and unlike certain people,
You?
well, grow in the wrong way. But yeah, he grew as
You as well, Foodie. It's a little rich making a fat joke.
a person, and he was able to keep his addiction in check. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about my dad.
Well, you make him sound like such a wonderful person.
I don't bring up the families of others unless they come for me
Not true. That's not true. You jump at the throat to mention someone's kids.
consistently over and over, calling my mom names, putting her in thumbnails, just a lot of bullying. That, by the way, is against terms of service, just to remind you.
You can say it's against terms of service all you want, and it might be, but you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
And so many other things, so many other disgusting things. Apparently this
Hold on, side note, I don't want anyone to think that, like, I'm validating Chantal or trying to talk down on FFG. I don't know enough of the scenario, so I'm trying to stay more so in the middle, even though obviously I'm more inclined to be favoring FFG's side about it. But I don't know. To be fair, I don't watch their videos, so I don't know what it contains. I only watch this train wreck.
person who made up the rumor about my dad said that, you know, my husband's mother's grave looked like a cat litter box.
Jeez.
Yeah, and
Did Salah read that?
but nothing was said first about our families. No, that's totally what I said and did. Totally out of left field. There's no reason at all. No reason.
Well, I mean, doesn't mean you should stoop down to that level, dude.
So,
If you just report it when it happens, instead of going on and bitching until you have no energy to go and report it, maybe something would happen.
yeah. So that's the story. They're pretty much the same age. There's not a huge gap, like people think. You know, trying to spin the narrative that, you know, her dad was 20.
Well, it sounds like he was.
Whatever. Yeah, and she was 18 that November. So
That November, so she wasn't 18 yet.
if you do the math, just all you have to do for the lay person is
Rude. That's rude, okay? Shut up with your two barely functioning brain cells, girl.
minus 1984 minus 1966
The months matter.
and 1984 minus 1964. Okay, and you will have yourself. Unless you're trying to think, some people claim all the time that the same people who claim my scale is rigged will probably try to say that the calculator's rigged.
Well, girl,
I don't know.
No one can believe you because you lie too often.
No,
Once again, a consequences of your own shitty behavior.
that I hacked Samsung and I rigged the calculator, whatever. So, but for somebody to say, this is funny, this person making up this lie.
It's not funny though, girl. It's not. Even if it's not true, if it's just bogus BS, it's still not a funny allegation or rumor of any kind. Like, let's not just brush it off. I mean, you can brush it off, but at the same time, take the severity of it, like, serious.
Is also claiming that what I'm saying is not truth, but what they're saying is truth. So
Well, I mean, it might be their truth. I don't know what the truth is between you, them, and everyone else.
literally know more about my family than I do. That is weird stalker behavior.
Is that?
It's just, it's so odd. I really don't know how people don't see that. And I'm pretty sure I know my own mother's age, and I'm pretty sure that anybody can just objectively do the math.
Oh, can I?
Okay. So,
Because from the sounds of it, the math ain't adding up.
so there was no predatory behavior going on, and they were two young people in love. People have kids even younger, sadly.
I'm laughing at her response, okay? The sadly, not the, younger people having kids. That's obviously not funny. Yada yada.
Maybe nowadays it's more uncommon for people to have kids at 17, 18, but it's probably a lot more common than you think, you know?
I mean, yeah, of course it still happens.
But people nowadays are having kids later. But I just,
Or none at all.
if somebody could please comment what the point is, that would be great, because I really fail to understand why people are coming and commenting and bringing up, my dad's age versus my mom's age when I was conceived. If people are that desperate for content, there's a whole world out there, I mean,
That's real rich coming from the woman that can hardly leave her apartment once a week.
making up lies about, something so stupid and not your business is just not it.
Ow. Well, it definitely hit a nerve.
Okay, so yeah, I hope we're good. So that's the story of my conception.
Well, you didn't tell us the story of your conception. You just told us how your dad possibly was a predator.
And nothing more to say. And honestly, I'm not talking about anyone's families.
Did she, create the whole cheating scandal to divert away from this?
Said what I said, and I haven't said anything since. I haven't put up any pictures.
Yeah, you kind of don't need to say anything else.
And
what more is there to say, girl? You literally said that her mom is rotting in hell. I don't think there's much more you can say.
And I just would appreciate if people did the same. Else, I guess I'll just have to try to privacy strike those people who...
Oh, boho. Girl, if you're going to go a route of reporting, privacy strike is probably not the way.
Coming for my family and maybe get legal matters taken.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you going to fly back to Canada for that?
Taken into it, and...
Oh, we never heard of this again, did we?
Of course.
What did I say, y'all? People that actually sue are not going to tell you that they're going to do it.
Reporting to YouTube. But I really just... It's just BS lies. It's just all BS lies.
Wow.
So, I hope that you can do simple math and figure that out.
I mean, you told on yourself that he was 20 and she was 17. Even if it was just for a few period of months, it still happened.
I don't know. People are reaching, but it's just sad at this point. I really, this is a pity video. This is a pity video. I pity the person who has to resort to that, who has to have so much hate in their heart every day that they have to regurgitate the same crap to the same zombie audience, and they just eat the shit.
Major side eye coming from the girl that just stuffs her face and does the same thing.
Okay. With a brass spoon. That's all I can say, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be hearing from you again on the matter.
Just wanted to clarify that. Going forward, again, I'm just going to ignore what people say, but that was easy for me to clarify. So yeah, see you in the future. Bye, guys.
Isha, I'm really not buying it. But this was just kind of a little pick-me-up, I guess. Not supposed to be stirring up drama in any way, unless y'all think that maybe she was trying to divert attention away by doing the whole ring thing, because that came very shortly after all this. Well, along with a lot of failed dieting. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for tuning on in. I truly do appreciate you guys. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and if not, it's okay. Tomorrow's a new day, right? Every now and then I gotta be just a little bit of a cornball. Thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, become a cha. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.